Welcome, willkommen, bienvenue.
And other languages.
Bonjour. How are you this morning?
I'm very well.
Ça va?
Très bien, thank you very much.
Ça va bien, merci. Is the correct response, Paul. I think you'll find. We hope you're very, very well this lovely Sunday morning. I'm Richard.
I'm Paul.
And this show is called
Sunday Chat.
It is indeed. So, Paul, what's the weather like today?
It is grey.
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 Damp and cold.
And blustery.
Yeah, it is. Winter is approaching.
Well, yeah, quite
rapidly.
Fast. This week's been an odd week though, because it's had its moments where it's been quite mild, hasn't it? And then it's had its moments where you just suddenly thought, oh, it's gone cold. It's gone cold.
Chilly. Chills you to the bone.
Do you remember Chilly Willy the penguin? No? Oh, I used to love Chilly Willy the penguin.
What was it, Paul?
It was a cartoon.
No.
Cartoon of my youth.
I remember pink. Well, it's probably something that you had in Guernsey, Paul.
Well, it was. We had Puffin in Guernsey. Puffin. It used to do. It was on at the kids' sort of television time, and you used to be able to write in and request a happy birthday, and Puffin and the presenter would wish you a happy birthday.
Oh, how lovely.
Oh, I used to love it with Puffin.
We had proper television here in England.
What, like
Blue
Romeo
Peter.
and Juliet and things like that?
Blue Peter and things.
Well, we had Blue Peter. We watched Blue Peter.
Did the signal reach that far?
Outrageous.
Anyway, yeah, weather. It has been rather chilly and rather grey and rather dank.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a gust. A gust.
Big blusteriness.
Gusting in like a gust. Anyway, let's move on. There have been a few brighter moments.
Yeah, the sun has been out. I was talking to Mum one day, and Mum always thinks our weather is sort of the same. So Mum sort of started to come, oh, what a lovely day it is today with the sun and everything. And I went, oh, that's lovely, Mum. And she said, are you enjoying the sun? I said, no, it's just really grey here, Mum. And she went, are you sure? I went, yes, I am.
Well, I'm not surprised. Your mum did think we had a different moon here in England.
No. That was her bridesmaid. One of her bridesmaids, who I think went to live in Scotland or something, said something like, do you have the same moon down there as we have up here?
Anyway.
And what was the answer?
Yes.
Yes.
I should think so too. So, lovely. That's all great. And I better get the list.
We better get the list because I'll just ramble.
Really?
Yes.
You ramble on about nothing at all.
Oh, absolutely. Oh.
We went for a lovely walk yesterday.
Oh, we did.
And those of you who follow us on Facebook and Planet Vegetaria will have seen the photos. And also Instagram as well. You see, we do try to provide good value to our followers.
It was a delightful walk.
It was, and it was a long walk as well.
When you said first thing yesterday morning, let's go for a walk, I thought you meant just sort of like one of those quick walks around the block.
No, I was in the mood.
Yeah, you were.
I just feel as though there's so much sitting down at the moment. And, you know, sitting down is not good for you. I mean, I know we're quite busy people anyway. We do tend to move around quite a bit at home, up and down 2 flights of stairs, cleaning, cooking, doing stuff.
What?
But it's good, I think, to really get the body walking and moving. No, it is. And you are being very good at the moment with your with your cross trainer?
I am, yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
felt a muscle as you were doing that.
It's basically a fishy muscle, yeah.
A what?
A fishy muscle.
A
yeah.
fishy...
I don't think I've got any. Oh, I have! I have, feel that.
Don't press it, it might disappear. Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that's quite sexy, actually.
Don't turn yourself on.
Now, I've been getting on the cross trainer in the morning.
You've been doing really, really well with
And
that.
I'm up to 12 minutes now. So I started at 5 about a week and a half ago, and I've worked up, and now I'm at 11 minutes of and it goes up and down type of thing. And then a minute of slower.
Up and down type of thing.
Well, it's like a hill, isn't it? It gets more difficult.
It increases the tension.
Yeah.
So it makes it harder, and you've got a little graph on the display.
Yeah.
Yes, I was sort of envisaging you sort of going up and down.
Well, I do bounce up and down.
Well,
don't
no,
I?
you don't.
Sort of does
Really?
that.
Oh, blue sky.
Blue sky.
Blue.
Blue. And so I've worked up from 5 minutes to 11 minutes, and then I have a couple of minutes where I go slower and just cool down a little bit, and then I do some stretches and
Do you?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
didn't know
I
that.
do stretches.
It's important to stretch before exercise and after exercise too.
And that includes the garden, which I must say I don't really do. I walk there, so I'm sort of, moving by the time I get there. But yeah, so I'm quite pleased with the cross
Good.
training
Well
work.
done. Back to the walk.
Yes. So I was ready for
we
the
were
walk.
out for about 2.25 hours, I think. weren't
Yeah,
we?
2.5 hours we were
2.5.
out.
Oh, lovely, 2.5.
Including a quick visit to the plot,
Yes.
where I did my daily video or regular video for a week at the plot. So
My
you
lips are dry, Paul.
were you just changing the subject and crossing
No, I'm
over
just
me
saying.
with a?
Just
Were
saying.
you kissing? Were you blowing a kiss to somebody?
You know who you are.
There we are. So yeah, we had a lovely walk.
did.
And I expected, because we walk down the canal from us, and then we walk back, obviously, because you have to walk back. And then when we got to where we normally get off, I said,
let's carry on.
He said, let's carry on.
Let's carry on. I'm in the mood.
And it was sort of like, oh, okay. So each lock we got to, I thought was going to say, but no, we carried on to
top
where we
lock.
normally
The top
go
lock.
to.
Norwood.
And
Norwood top lock.
though I did have a little blister. Shall I show them my blister?
Don't even show me your blister, Paul.
It's okay now, but yeah, I've cut my toenails.
I don't want to know. Oh.
So I think they needed cutting.
Yeah, Paul.
Yeah.
TMI. Really?
So yeah, there'll be more room in my boots for my feet.
Good God, how big were they?
They were like.
No, they weren't, Paul. Don't be absolutely foul. Let's move on from that. We've got some thank
But
yous.
interestingly,
No.
no, my knees. It's interesting because.
That's not next.
Isn't it? Well, we're
No,
on the
we're
walk.
moving on to
we're
that
on
in
the
a
walk.
minute.
No, we're on the walk. So, a week ago, last Monday and Tuesday, like
Last week.
10 days ago, something like that, we went for 2 walks, one locally and one in the Chilterns, and I had such pain in my thigh from my knee, from the arthritis. And I've been on the cross trainer daily, because it says to do more exercise and cutting down.
What
which I've
says?
been, the advice for arthritis, weight and things like that.
Yeah.
And also I've been taking turmeric and what else? Glucosamine and chonjointin, something, and zinc. And I have to say, I've had no pain really. I've had a bit of a dull pain every now and again, which is what I was having before, that chronic pain. So yeah, I'm pleased about that. Something is going right in terms of my knees.
Yeah, it's
All
something. Good. It's very good. You've
Yeah.
done really, really well. Well done, Paul. Anyway, that's all very good. I actually had a pain in my thigh yesterday
Did you?
as we were walking. Yeah, at one point I was limping. Did you not notice?
No, I
No,
didn't.
you didn't. Thanks
No.
for that.
No. And what are you going to do about that?
Well, we are doing things about it, aren't we? We're exercising more. We've
Yeah.
upped the exercise. That's it. Full stop. So, thank you. Are we still recording, Paul?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Thank you to all our new subscribers yet again.
Yeah.
This week we have had more people come over to us to join us on our journey. And also, I forgot.
What?
Oh yeah, we've got a thank you to say. We've got a thank you to say to the lovely Jane Kelly of Jane Kelly. Is that Jane's?
Jane's
is it just Jane,
allotment.
or is it just Jane Kelly?
Well, it's Jane Kelly, but it's Jane's allotment.
We'll find it and put a link. If you don't follow Jane on YouTube, then do.
We're sure you do.
She makes lovely things.
She's sent she sent me a lovely comfrey salve for my knees. And when you look up comfrey, it says it's good for your knees. Osteoarthritis it's good for.
You don't need it
So-
now though, because the pain's gone.
No, but I'm going to rub it in anyway. It's always nice to have something to rub in. So I'll be doing that, yes. And also, we had some tea from Jane as well, and a little, what do you call a four-liner? Is that a poem?
What?
No, it's something. Some comfrey salve for poorly knees, and for you both some pucker teas.
Oh, it's a poem, Paul.
Aww, it's got a little birdie on it.
That's lovely, Jane.
Thank you, Jane.
Thank you, bloody
Thank you.
Jane.
Thank you.
So, what are we talking about this week, Paul?
I couldn't work. We were watching something yesterday, and I couldn't work out the accent of the person. I'm gonna have to ask you what it was
Which?
later.
What were we
I
watching?
don't know. Oh, yes. No, we'll come on to it later. Yeah, come on to it later. What was the question?
Dunno.
What's on the list?
There wasn't a question. I didn't ask you a question.
Oh right.
I just said, what's on the list? What's next? Now, Paul, you wanted to talk about dreams, didn't you?
Yes.
Why is that, Paul?
I had a really bizarre dream on Wednesday evening, Wednesday to Thursday. Really odd.
Well, it wouldn't be Wednesday to Friday, would it?
Well, I could have had it. Well, yeah, no, yeah. And it was. It involved Dad, and Dad and I were staying in this fancy hotel, country hotel bedroom. And I think we were going to a wedding, and there was this alabaster, mad about the boy type of guy, you know, like you see
I don't
in
really know what that means.
like a Dorian Gray, you know, a beautiful boy who is a man, if you see what I mean, and just they're sort of pale, like in that film I can't remember. Another film I can't remember. Anyway, and then I had to go and find something, and I had to have a bath, and when I came back in, Dad wanted to have a bath, and I had to go and find something, and our bedroom seemed to now be miles away from the actual hotel building, and it was one of those really odd dreams, and for some reason it's just stayed with me, and I don't know, every couple of hours I think about this dream since, and I sort of can't quite, I mean, I'm not saying that dreams have meanings, because I think it's actually your brain shuffling things about, But I can't quite understand why I'm still remembering this rather bizarre dream. Because it wasn't bad, but it's just really odd. It seems to have sort of, I've held on to that dream and I don't really know why. That's what I'm saying, and it just feels really odd.
Good.
You had a dream.
So pleased that you shared that with us, Paul.
Well, I think dreams are fascinating. I mean, I do.
Not that one though.
Well, no, but
It's not really a bizarre dream, really, is it?
It was a bizarre dream in my
Nothing
head.
seemed to happen in the dream.
Well, exactly.
Paul.
Yeah, it seemed to go on for absolutely ages.
I don't really remember my dreams.
You had a nightmare this week.
I don't know what it was.
You were going.
It wasn't this week. That was last week or the week before, potentially. Seeing as we can't remember anything at all whenever anything happened.
I think it was earlier this week. I think we watched
It wasn't.
a horror
We
film.
mentioned it last week.
Oh, did we? Oh, well, there we are. Maybe it was another one. Maybe
I
it was
haven't
another
had a
one.
nightmare this week. No.
No, maybe not.
No, I don't have them that often, really. No, I don't.
You woke up a couple of weeks ago and you'd had a dream and you said about it, but
That's
usually,
what we just said.
Usually they just no. This is another dream, and usually we just sort of forget about them as the next hour after waking up. You know, we forget about dreams.
Paul, that was a fascinating subject to bring up.
Well, I think it
Thank
is
you.
fascinating because you know what. I mean, our dreams, I'm going to have to look this up. I always thought that dreams were triggered, they were sort of your brain shuffling things into order as you slept.
Yeah, but the brain, it's not linear, is
Well,
it?
no,
Because the brain will kind of pick up on all sorts of memories and thoughts from a long time ago, people from a long time ago, and it will sort of insert those people into a current thing you're thinking about, and then it becomes a little bit messed up, and you know, it's just the brain doing what it does.
Yeah,
if you don't dream, you go mad, apparently.
Well, that's what they do say.
I think you dream anyway, it's just whether you remember it. And they say a lot of the dreams are in that period just before you wake up. And during rapid eye movement.
Yeah. I think
you have cycles. You have sleep cycles that you go in and out of. Isn't there about 4 cycles per night that you go through? So anyway, fascinating. Thank you, Paul. On a scale of interest, it was about that interesting.
Oh, you're so dismissive of my fabulous dreams.
It wasn't fabulous, Paul. If it was fabulous, I would have been in it.
Oh, maybe it was fabulous because you weren't in it.
I don't think so. It's just not true. So, what have we been watching on TV this week? Talking about wildly fabulous things. What did we watch? We watched that drag show, didn't we? A Queen is Born, the dubbed one.
Yeah, it's Spanish, isn't it?
It's in Spanish.
And it's dubbed in an interesting way.
Yeah,
isn't
but
it?
To be honest, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm finding it really formulaic. We've watched about 3, haven't we? We watched 3 or 2? 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1. Dusty bin. I don't know. I think we've only watched.
I think we've watched 3.
I think we've watched 3.
And it's very. It's called A Queen is Born, and it's very formulaic. Pardon me. I don't know. I don't think it's the most interesting thing on television, Paul, really.
I think it's quite amusing in parts.
It is slightly amusing, but I think it's more of a time waster rather than something that I really want to watch the rest of.
Yeah.
But that's on Netflix, for those of you who might be interested. We also watched a film that was recommended to us by one of our subscribers, Ricky.
Yes.
His House. And that was really good. Really good film. We're not going to say anything about it because you might want to watch it. It's a horror. It's suspense.
It's quite challenging.
It is challenging on many levels. It's upsetting on quite a number of levels. mainly to do with the way in which people are treated in society. And that was really interesting. So there's lots of different strands going on in there that challenge you. But really, really good movie. His House. That's all we'll say about that one.
And then we watched Agatha and the Midnight Murders.
When did you record that?
A good 3 or 4 weeks ago it was on. And it was on Channel 5. It's mostly still on Channel 5 catch-up.
Sorry? Channel 5?
And
do we ever watch anything on Channel 5?
We watched Agatha and the Truth of Murder several months ago, and now we've watched this one.
That's the only thing we've watched on Channel 5, I think you'll find.
And it was, you know what, it was fun. It was
good, actually. There was a bit of a twist at the end, wasn't there?
There was a twist at the end.
Which was good. Did you guess that twist, though, Paul?
I didn't guess that twist, but I got the twist before. I knew something.
Yeah, that was, it was quite enjoyable.
It was.
Although I did watch it in my reading glasses, so I actually didn't see most of it.
Why did you watch it with your reading glasses?
I don't know, I was sat on the sofa and I just couldn't be bothered to move and get my normal glasses. I could see things happening. I just didn't see the details.
So when someone got murdered, did you not know who had got murdered?
I knew from their voice.
What, the dead person's voice?
No, from the descriptions.
How on earth do you
I
watch that
think
with
it's
your
quite
reading
good
glasses?
to take a sense away sometimes.
Yes, it is. That's
No,
why I like
it is.
radio. That's why I like radio.
I think it is, because it makes you concentrate in a different way. So I could probably remember...
Very differently.
I could probably remember things from it that you can't.
Like what?
Well, I don't know specific things, but...
Well, let's just go for one thing.
Well, maybe not.
Maybe not. But yeah, it was good. It was a fun yarn. It was sort of, we watched it actually Friday afternoon. It was, getting to 4 o'clock and...
Nice time to watch something like that.
It was,
actually, late afternoon
absolutely.
when the half light is creeping through the room.
But I also felt that it was a really good thing for the end of the week.
I say these poetic things and they just fall into an abyss.
Now, The Abyss, that's a good film.
I can't watch The Abyss.
Because it's too deep.
It's
underwater.
in water. Deep.
Doesn't like things like
No,
that.
I did watch it. I did think it was good because of the nice, pretty creatures.
Yeah. It's not a film you often see on TV, is it now?
I don't know.
No,
Dunno.
it's not. Don't see
What
it.
else did we watch? We watched a film that we'd seen before.
Yes.
But you didn't remember it, but
Well-
I did remember it.
Well, you remembered we'd seen it, but you didn't remember it.
I remembered there were creatures.
Well, yeah, I knew that there were creatures.
And the film was called Dark Skies.
Yes, and I'm not quite sure why it was called Dark Skies.
There was a series called Dark Skies, wasn't there?
But was it anything to do with that?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No.
I'm not quite sure why it was called Dark Skies. But it was, all pigeon. Hello!
So you can do that, but you can't roll your R's.
Let's leave my R's out of this.
So, and of course, we have continued with Star Trek Discovery.
Yes.
Lovely. It's getting better and better and better, I have to say. If you don't watch it, frankly, you're missing out.
Yeah, it's great. And there was another sort of rescue mission thing last night. I do like those. I think it's great when you have a storyline that goes through a whole series, but I think it's great when you have those episodic bits in each episode like that.
Lovely.
And you round it all up.
So that's all lovely. Also, we wanted to say that our new membership service thing is...
Platform,
that's it. We're now on Coffee. That's Kofi. Coffee.
hyphen, isn't it?
Yeah, Ko-fi. Coffee. We're now on there, so you can go and find us. We'll put a link in the description, and there will be members-only content available on there. All the details you can find at that page. So join us on Coffee.
And the link down below.
You can buy us a coffee on there, or you can subscribe as a member, pay membership monthly, and get extra content from us. Yeah, that's it. Go and find it. Look it up. Search for it.
What is the link?
It's there, coffee, under there.
ko-fi.com/Richard and Paul.
Something like that.
Yes.
I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you fancy,
have a look.
Have a look and press that button now.
What button?
I don't know.
There's not a button to press, is there?
I don't know.
Oh, I suppose there's lots of things to press, yeah. But yeah, so there's videos there, and there's
exclusive
photos
content,
and other
behind
things,
the scenes,
and advanced content,
podcasts,
yeah,
pictures,
yeah,
lovely things.
And it will build up week by week, which is lovely. But we'll continue doing YouTube just as we have done, and all the other platforms, as we have said before.
As normal.
It's gone grey again now. It came out a bit sunny a minute ago, but now it's gone grey.
Is it still recording, Paul? Good. Lovely. I heard a noise, that's all. A click.
Oh, right.
But I think it was the box.
Do you want to start it again?
Lovely. Lovely, so lovely. Everything's lovely to me. Now, Paul, you use... No, start again. I used the wrong word. Paul, you wanted to talk about reading a book.
Oh, yes.
Now, why did you want to talk about reading a book, Paul?
It's actually part of Vivi's lockdown challenge.
That's Vivi Gregory from What Vivi Did Next and Vivi's Kitchen Garden and Vivi's Kitchen Garden Shop.
Yes.
Vintage linens for all your vintage linen needs. Yeah.
So this week, Vivi's giving a challenge each week. And this week, it's to go to your bookshelf and grab down a book that you haven't read. And I did that. I did actually have the book on my table, bedside table, to start. From Here You Can't See Paris. And I was going to read that, but I thought, no, that's not the challenge. The challenge is to go to your bookshelf. So I went to my bookshelf and I closed my eyes and I did this and I put my finger on a book. Excuse me. The Jewel Garden, Monty and Sarah Don's.
The what garden?
The Jewel Garden.
Jewel Garden.
Jewel. Jewel.
As in jewels.
As in jewels.
Jewellery.
It's a book I've had for quite a while and not read. And when
Who is it?
It's Monty Don and his wife Sarah.
Monty Don of Gardener's World. That's Monty Don.
Of Gardener's World.
Gardener's World.
Now, I started it on... I read 14 pages on Thursday evening, and by the time you see this, I will have finished this book.
Because it's quite small, isn't it?
It's just... I have loved this book. Rarely have I loved a book quite as much as this. I decided that I'm going to read less of my fiction and start reading more non-fiction. I've got quite a few gardening non-fiction books, and I'm going to be reading them in this vein. So the story of how gardening may have changed people's lives, or community growing may have changed people's lives. You often hear the story of how somebody lost everything.
And there are pictures.
And then, got their lives back in order. There are so many aspects of this book that ring true to how I feel about life and growing and gardening, and it's just fabulous, absolutely fabulous. I will speak more about this on coffee, but if you haven't read this book, do read this book. It's a book again that I've loved so much. I don't want to give away, but I'll do what Vivi does. I'll lend it to people to get it back. But yeah, it says a story of despair and redemption. Loving it.
Lovely, Paul. I went to the bookshelf as well. I did exactly the same as you. I closed my eyes, I went along and I pointed. And it was an ornament.
So what did you do? Did you read Made in China underneath?
I took the ornament off the shelf and I looked at the ornament. And I was fulfilled. No, I was perfectly fulfilled.
What was the ornament?
I can't quite remember now. I think it was like a little pot or something. I haven't read a book since...
You read Time Storms.
No, the last thing I read was Dr. Sleep.
Was it Dr. Sleep?
Yeah.
Didn't you get halfway through The Subtle Knife?
No, that was before that.
Oh, that was before that, right. You're not a great reader of books.
I'll tell you for why, Paul. Because if I go to bed, because that will be the only time that I read a book, I will sit down, I will open the book and I'll read one line and then I'm asleep. So it takes me about 4 years to read a small paperback. It does. No, I just can't do it at night. Plus my eyes are tired. I haven't got the greatest eyes.
Well, you put the thing in.
And I have to put my cream in.
Yeah.
So I can't actually read in bed anyway because I put this cream to keep my eyes from drying out at night.
That's
so
not
once that's gone in,
outside.
No, it goes straight in the eye. Once it goes in, I actually can't see anything. So I have to sort of find my way back into bed and go to sleep.
So if we might have had a bit of a Barney...
And I can't risk falling asleep without putting the cream in.
No.
Because I will end up in A&E.
Yeah, at Moorfields.
So I can't risk that. Barney?
Did that.
When did we have a Barney?
Well, I just thought... sometimes I might switch the light off and he has to fumble a little bit more because he can't
We
see.
don't have Barneys, Paul.
Don't we?
No,
oh, right.
Not before bed.
No, we don't.
Certainly not.
No.
Never go to bed in an argument.
No.
We don't really have arguments.
No.
I just make sure you know I'm right. And then the argument's over. I think you'll find. So lovely.
What's next?
You wanted to mention puddings and desserts. Paul. Why?
Because
Why?
that's coming up, isn't it?
Well, it is. It's in production at the moment. We've said this before.
Puddings 2 will be out this week.
We have said that. Will it?
Yes.
You've just decided that, have you?
Yes.
I may have 2 more puddings to make.
Puddings.
Yeah, there are 2 more to make before the show is concluded.
What are they?
Themelina and the other one.
Oh.
I can't remember what the last one is. But yeah, so that is in production. Yes, lovely. So, I think we've covered everything for this week, Paul.
Marvellous.
What's on the agenda for today in terms of being here, living, going through our day, reading,
finishing that,
cooking perhaps?
Cooking.
What are you making today?
I thought we might have a stew this evening, but a sort of British stew.
We're loving our stews, aren't we?
Yes.
We're loving them. No, we are.
So it'll go into the Instant Pot.
And that's why we're loving them. Instant Pot, a stew in 15 minutes. Huh? Lovely.
Plus prep time.
Well, it doesn't take long to peel a few veggies.
And what's it? Depressurization.
Ah, that does take some time. So lovely.
So yes, stew.
Pardon me.
Few things at the plot.
Yeah.
Bit of tidying. It'll be interesting to see after all the wind we have whether the coal frame is still going to be there. It was yesterday, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
It was still in situ yesterday. Somebody else's coal frame apparently was on somebody else's plot this morning. So
I can
we'll
feel
see.
that breeze coming through, I have to say, and it's feeling cooler by the moment.
It is.
Living in this old Victorian house with no carpets does mean on a windy day you tend to feel a little bit of a blow through.
But we don't have carpets because we choose not to have carpets.
Yeah, we choose not to have carpets. I think it's healthy. I don't think these modern houses that are hermetically sealed are very healthy, because we never get condensation in this house. No?
Rarely.
Rarely. So that's it. It's just a short Sunday chat this week.
Sunday chat!
And that's all lovely.
What are you doing today?
Today I've got a bit of cleaning to do, a bit of tidying around.
You were hoovering this morning.
I was just doing a little bit
of vacuuming.
Why am I finding it hard to get my words out today?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Vacuuming,
a little bit of dusting, maybe a little bit of cookery.
Are you going to be doing some music? You were looking at doing some music.
I am.
You need to be in the right frame
I
for that.
do.
Though. Yeah, he does.
But it is now time to time to say goodbye now. It is time to say toodaloo, toodlepip, au revoir to all you lovely YouTube subscribers.
Marie, good luck with the move.
Marie.
Oh,
Marie.
And Papa Bear, good luck with the move. Yeah.
Good luck. Thank you. Bloody thank you for watching. Take care. But we're saying goodbye now, Paul. Turn to the camera. Those are the people. The people in the camera. And you, Auntie Barbara. Sit down.
Oh, yeah,
Not
sit
finished
down.
yet.
No.
So lovely. Thank you. Bloody thank you. Take care of yourselves. And we'll see you very soon here for more lovely videos.
Well, we'll see you next week.
And during the
In a week's time.
During the week, we'll see them as well.
Yeah, but we'll see them next week for Sunday Chat.
Yeah, all right. Bye for now.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.